Well, let's start with the obvious. I'm not a swan, and my ponds, they don't even have water. This is about something much deeper. This is about finding my place in a community, finding my tribe, finding my pond. This is about belonging. But belonging isn't as simple as just showing up. It's like having lunch on the first day of school, a forced social gathering where everyone already seems to have their people. I hovered near groups, laughing at jokes that didn't quite land, nodding along to conversations I wasn't really a part of. It wasn't that anyone was rude, it was just obvious. I was there, but not really there. I've tried blending in before, changing the way I dress, the way I talk, even the way I react to things. Pond after pond, I kept adjusting, hoping that this time I'd feel at home. I felt like a puzzle, constantly reshaped to fit a frame that was never meant for me. I'd walk away from conversations, replaying every single moment, wondering if I had said the wrong thing, if my laugh was too much. And the truth is, I just was not the right fit. I never would be. No matter how hard I tried, the more I searched for belonging, the more I felt like I was losing pieces of myself. You will never belong if you betray yourself to fit in. Brene Brown. I didn't understand this at first. I thought belonging meant becoming whatever the room needed me to be. But I slowly started to learn that's not what it is. I felt a piece of me fading every time I was in that room and my authentic self was outside waiting for me. Each community has its own way of thinking, its own traditions, its own color. And when you don't quite match, you feel it. Sometimes it's subtle, a lingering glance, an awkward pause. Other times it's more obvious, being left out of conversations or even plans. At some point you start to wonder, is it me? Am I the problem? I'm not alone in this. 1 in 3 people feel like they don't belong in their workplace or social circles. It's strange, isn't it? We live in a world that preaches authenticity but rewards conformity. We're told to be ourselves, but only if that self is something everyone else can easily digest. For the longest time, I believed that if I just kept searching, I'd find the perfect pod, the one where I finally belonged. But the more I searched, the more I realized something. It wasn't just about finding the perfect pond. It was about making sure I didn't continue to lose myself in the process. A great mentor once told me, do what you have to do to protect yourself. At the end of the day, the world will keep spinning. That's when I learned the true meaning of boundaries. I used to think of them as walls, something that kept people out, but I've learned that they're more like a compass guiding me towards who and what truly fits me. At first, setting boundaries felt unnatural. And I remember the first time I said no to something that didn't quite fit, my heart slowed down, the room became silent, but as soon as I did, I felt lighter. I realized that every time I was saying yes to something that drained me, I was saying no to myself. It took time, but I learned to listen to that quiet feeling, the feeling of protecting my peace. Boundaries aren't meant for pushing people away. They're about protecting yourself, reminding others, and more importantly, myself, of what I will and won't accept. They help define my limits and communicate what I deserve. Setting boundaries can make others uncomfortable because it requires you to stand firm when they want you to bend. It means no. No to people who compare me to my past as if I haven't grown. No to being measured against others as if my journey isn't my own. No to shrinking myself just to make other people comfortable. No is a full sentence. I've come to understand that the right people will respect your boundaries. They don't keep the right people out, they keep the wrong energy from getting in, and they're powerful. People with clear personal boundaries are 80% more likely to feel a sense of belonging and self-respect. But here's the thing, when you say no, you're also making room for a yes. And I've realized the more I say no to what doesn't serve me, the more I say yes to what does. Yes to my own path, even if it looks different from everyone else's. Yes to being the person I'm becoming, not the person others remember me as. Yes to creating spaces where I can be fully unapologetically myself. It's powerful to realize that our sense of belonging can never be greater than our level of self-acceptance. I needed to learn to accept myself first before expecting others to. Setting boundaries is a part of that self-acceptance. It's about making sure I'm not giving pieces of myself away just to fit in. I'm still looking for my tribe, but maybe I've been limiting my search. What if instead of a pond, I should be looking for rivers, lakes, or even oceans? The possibilities are endless. Maybe, just maybe, I'm the tribe others want to be a part of. Instead of waiting for the perfect fit, I've started creating spaces where authenticity is the only requirement. I've learned that belonging isn't just about finding the right people. It's about making spaces for people who feel the same. Whether it's small conversations, new friendships, or simply owning my space, I've come to understand that belonging starts with me. I don't have to wait for permission, and I don't have to prove I deserve a seat at the table. I can build my own. I'm 18, and my journey to discovering who I am and where I belong is just beginning. I expect it to be as exhilarating and awe-inspiring as a swan in flight. If you feel like you don't belong, maybe you've been limiting yourself too. Don't be afraid to test out new waters. Who knows? You may be looking for an ocean instead of a pond.